first drafts of the National Pledge were made by Philip Lau, advisor on textbooks and syllabuses, and George Thompson, director of the Political Studies Center, and was proposed by William Chang, Principal Assistant Secretary of Administration at the Ministry of Education. It had support from the then Minister of Education, Ong Pang Boon. These drafts were submitted to S. Rajaratham, the then Minister for Foreign Affairs, a staunch champion of multiracialism and a prolific wordsmith. They wanted his advice on the drafts. On 18 February 1966, as a reply, S. Rajaratham wrote a third draft pledge, and following a round of revisions by MOE officials, it was finally approved by the Cabinet in August 1966 and translated from English to Chinese, Malay, and Tamil. In 24th August the same year, about 500,000 students at all 529 government and government-aided schools said the first recitation of the pledge. Soon after, on 29th August 1966, national flag raising and lowering ceremonies were introduced in schools. At first, students faced the flag with their right hand raised, but was changed when the Ministry of Defense requested the creation of a standard method of taking the pledge. As such, from January till February 1988, various ways of taking the pledge were tested in schools, and based on the findings, the then First Deputy Prime Minister Goh Chok Tong selected the pose of standing at attention with the right fist over the heart on 11th March 1988. It was chosen as it, quote, better reflected the emotional aspect of saying the pledge. In 1964, Singapore and Malaysia had a lot of tension between them due to the racial riots occurring in Singapore between the Chinese and the Malays. Singapore's population at the time was 75% Chinese, but most of Malaysia's population were Malays. Thus, the racial tension between the two races led to tension between Singapore and Malaysia. As such, they separated from Malaysia the next year, and that left Singaporeans worried about how they would survive on their own. I believe Rajaratham wrote the pledge to rally the people, to tell them to work together to survive without British or Malaysian assistance. As shown in the pledge ourselves as one united people. He also wanted to prevent more racial riots like in 1964 by promoting racial and religious harmony, as shown in regardless of race, language, or religion. He wished to give the people a vision to work towards, which was to build a democratic society based on justice and equality. Finally, he wanted to explain the benefits of doing so, which was to achieve happiness, prosperity, and progress for our nation.